Friday. Well, it's time for a new adventure. Being that it's Halloween season, and I have a very nice day to go out and ride, I figured I'd do a haunted attraction that's here in Utah. And cover a little bit of the bases as far as some of the history behind it, and some of the sightings, which I thought might be pretty cool. It is a chilly day, and that guy does not have on enough layers, I don't think, because it is like 40 degrees out, and then you go on a motorcycle and then you got the wind chill factor. I feel like a stuffed sausage in my jacket that I got. It's because I got a hoodie on underneath my jacket and another long sleeve underneath that, so it's a little tight in the jacket. But gotta stay warm because this is gonna be, ooh, that looked pretty nasty. This is gonna be a bit of a long ride out to where I need to go. So in order to talk about the history of the haunted attraction that I'm going out to, I'm taking a page out of Suburban Delinquents playbook, and I took some notes down, but I did do some research on this place. Kind of looking it up, and it is the old Tooele Hospital, which has been turned into the haunted attraction Asylum 49. Now, I do want to preface this video a little bit saying I am not sponsored at all by Asylum 49 or any of these locations. These are just things that I find entertaining. I mean, I like the haunted houses, but I also like kind of digging into the history of them a little bit. I think that's kind of interesting to hear as to maybe why that location, or just what happened behind the scenes. The old Tooele Hospital was actually built in 1873 by a guy named Samuel F. Lee, and more so just kind of a family home initially. And it wasn't until 1913 that his family ended up moving out, and it turned into an elderly care center, and it became known as the county poorhouse. And it wasn't until 1953 that it eventually turned into what they call the new Tooele Hospital. And during that time, they updated the rooms, expanded on the original building, because initially it didn't have individual rooms. The other thing is that it didn't have a morgue at the time, and unfortunately they would have to stack bodies in a room that was not refrigerated until the county could come and pick them up. Now, this is the same ride that I took when I went out to Saltaire, and it's a Great Salt Lake. It was a fun ride. doing my best not to lose my notes. And another fun ride to do next year would be to head out to the salt flats. It'd be a bit of a ride, but that would be a fun one. So what I will do is the websites where I found all my information, or at least my kind of my notes from, I'll leave a link in the description so you can read more about this place. In 2002 was when it was officially abandoned as kind of the hospital. And by abandoned, they basically left all the equipment still in the hospital, because what they were ending up doing was they ended up building a new hospital, more updated technology wise. And so they ended up abandoning this old Tooele Hospital. And it wasn't until 2006 when it was turned into a haunted attraction known as Asylum 49. Now what makes the old Tooele Hospital Asylum 49 kind of interesting is that it has been featured on a couple of ghost adventure stories and TV shows for its hauntings. So so that's the new hospital. The modern, updated new hospital. So there have been multiple reports of apparitions and ghosts at this location, at this old hospital. Anywhere from the original owner, who is Samuel, to even old patients. But there seem to be 3 reoccurring ghosts that seem to be reported more often. One of them being a nurse in white who, during reports that I've read, have helped patients, or had helped patients, when none of the other nurses wore white. There's also been sightings and stories of a little girl roaming the halls that has interacted with people, grabbing their legs, disappearing. And then another one that shows up typically around 3 a.m. known as the Man in Black. And here we are, we have arrived. The interesting thing is that they've turned one half of it now into a community center. Yeah, like I say, one half was turned into the haunted attraction, and then the back half, the other half of it, used to be at one point still helping the elderly. So it was kind of a retirement home. And I think what's ended up happening is the retirement home is gone, and now they've got a community center in the other half of the building that helps, you know, the kids around in the Tooele area, which is really cool. It gives them a place to come and hang out and be a part of something really big and cool. The other interesting thing is that the front of the building here, and I think the building itself was actually part of a Stephen King miniseries. So just some cool little tidbits about it. But I'm going to take some photos, and then we'll just kind of wrap up the trip to Asylum 49 and the old Tooele Hospital.